Hello, I'm Medina County Auditor Mike Kovack, and we're here with another edition of Take Me Home, and we are out at Kitten Krazy with the ever-present Wendy Mirrotto. So thanks for taking time, Wendy.
Sure.
And you have a special little kitty there with you, I understand. You want to look at his little ears going up.
Oh,
there it goes. Tell us a little bit about Chance.
Sure. It is the end of July, the absolute end of July. A week ago, somebody brought him into Quick Fix on Saturday, and he had pulled his leg out of its socket. And much worse than that, it probably had a wound, and then things went really bad from there.
Right. You've only had him a week.
I've only had him a week. Yeah.
Wow.
So he was in a very desperate situation. Part of his leg was already missing, and it was pretty bad. But he was dehydrated and not able to undergo any kind of surgery at the time. But I got him that afternoon. The next afternoon, actually, he went to my house, and I nursed him that night and the next day, and we were changing bandages and realized that he was in a critical situation, and so he needed his leg removed. And our vets are off. We're closed on Mondays at Quick Fix, so I called a local doctor, Dr. Gebhard from Willow Creek. Thank you so much. She did this. She did that.
So when was the surgery? Monday?
The surgery was Monday,
Wow.
and this is Friday.
Okay.
And this little guy is just doing fantastic. His name is Chance, and that is our logo's name, the name of our logo kitty.
Okay.
We've never named a kitty Chance in 12 years, but if this guy had a chance, we gave him that chance, and he took that chance, and he's doing fantastic.
He
look
is,
at him.
just from
Look at him.
Monday. Yeah, that's crazy. I
Oh,
thought
he's
you'd had him
perfectly
for a
fine.
while, yeah.
Yep.
So.
He stayed
So
one
adaptable.
night at the
So
doctor's.
adaptable,
Isn't he
yeah.
sweet? He's so sweet.
So, and I understand you have a line of people waiting to adopt Chance. Is that the?
Yes. Well, we put him on Facebook.
We're going to be looking at some other cats here.
Yes,
but young Chance is
yes.
going to find a home there.
But
so.
you know, we want him on the show just to show that this
Absolutely.
organization will do whatever it takes. Once we
Wow.
take an animal in, they're ours. They get all the treatment that they deserve.
Yeah. And that's, I tell you what, too, if you've never been out to Kitten Krazy, if you're interested in a cat, this is a great place to come because it's a home for the cats. I was telling Wendy, I came in and I was going to pet the cat on the couch. It didn't even stir. It's home, you know.
It's home.
And you had a couple of appeared underfed cats wandering around. Not really, not underfed at all.
Chubsy-upsies.
That's right. So.
Well, I'm going to pass him back
Okay.
off to one of the gals so that he can enjoy his own home environment back over there.
But even to see, if you're interested in see how the animal does in a regular environment, this is the place because we're in one of your rooms that you have for. And this is moms and kittens in here, basically. Right. Okay. So
today it is.
Today, okay, it moves a little bit. So,
right.
Well, tell us about some of the cats that are available for adoption here. Looks like there's several wandering around here.
Right. Being in rescue for almost 20 years, I have a lot of contacts out and about. And one of the gals that I know saw this kitty at a local in Cuyahoga County. Animal control facility, and a lot of those facilities they have to euthanize for space. Right. And this was just such a great little kitty. She's actually a really nice girl. She'll sit with you on the couch, and she's so pretty. She's a brown striped tabby. She's about a year old only. And we just didn't want her euthanized, so we took her in. And it was really great to see the animal control officer from, I believe it was Brook Park.
Okay.
He drove her all the way out.
He knew that she would be safe here.
Right. So, I was surprised that an animal control officer would take the time out of his day just for one cat.
Hats off to him.
Yeah, super. And he even donated some food, which was unheard of. So thanks to him. Thank you.
As we get ready, okay, we're gonna point one out there. Where
Mouse. We're gonna go over to this cage here. It's open, but
yeah.
Hope is on top. She's the
Okay.
white girl. She came in and she had 3 kittens. She came in pregnant, and who doesn't want a white cat? I mean, they're so pretty. And we felt like she was so pregnant that we did not want to spay her and abort, of course. So we sent her to one of our foster homes, and we have 2 prisons that we work with. Grafton
yes.
Men's Prison
Right.
and a women's prison downtown. She went, once they were born, she was allowed to go to the men's prison. And it was funny, her name was Hope, her name is Hope, and they kept saying, when is she coming, when is she coming? I thought that was precious that these men in prison were just so excited. They couldn't wait for Hope to come, and so she had 3 kittens. They were all raised there, super friendly. By the time they got back, already gone home.
And part of the reason for that is to make sure that the cats have they get used to being handled
Yep.
and humans, and we talked about before. I'm sure it's a good thing for the folks in prison
Yeah.
too to have
Right.
the animals to interact with. Yeah.
And it's great for us too here because it doesn't. It creates extra space for more the ones that are adoptable at the time. So
Right.
they have to grow for 8 weeks,
Yeah.
and that would really lock us out. So it is an absolute win-win-win. I always look for a try-win. You know, there's always a 3-way win here.
That's right.
So yep, and then we have little guy
Little
over
guy
here.
just jumped up on the table, ready for.
Oh, they're having a ball.
Kittens, yes.
Kittens are having a ball. So let's just go over here. All right.
Shy for the camera there. This is-
Yes. And Glory was found on the side of the road. So when they picked her up, they brought her straight here and we took her in. That can't always happen. Sometimes we are so super filled. That's Gloria. Okay,
we
there's
go.
Gloria.
Yes. She heard her
And
name.
and she's playing with her kitten and another cat's kitten. Cadbury is in this little square here, and it's funny. This was a Eagle Scout project. So if
okay.
you know of any Eagle Scouts that need a
Ooh,
project,
yeah. Or Gold Star Girl Scouts.
Gold Star
right?
Girl Scout,
Yes.
we have lots of projects that we would love to have made, and we help them out with the materials even because we had this stuff laying around.
That's something I was going to mention too. Why don't you give us your address here? You're out on Lake Road now,
Right.
With Kitten Krazy. Give us
Right.
that address.
910 Lake Road, and it's just the first driveway south of Lafayette.
Right.
So just Lake and Lafayette, go south, and we're on the first driveway on the left. Come on in, 12 to 5, Tuesday through Friday, and 12 to 3 on Saturdays. Just come on in, we're open.
And you have lots of volunteer opportunities too,
Right.
I understand. So if people want to get involved and help out, they can probably make a commitment to a certain time.
Right.
Would be the most use for you. And donations.
Donations, always donations.
You have to feed these cats too?
Right, and they just knocked the whole litter box down, and so, but that's just them having fun, and that's what we're here for, to clean up after them.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we had recently we had 140 that we were caring for, whether they were out in foster. We have 5 rooms at the women's prison downtown and several rooms at the men's prison. So there's a lot of cats out there that we're providing for.
Right.
And we provide everything for a foster home. So if anybody out there wants to foster, come
That's
see
a
us.
huge help, yeah. In fact, and oftentimes, if you're thinking about getting a cat, you can foster for a while, and oftentimes those cats end up going home with you if they.
Right, we
if
call
they
those
fit
foster
into your-
failures.
Yes, I've been a foster failure. I should
have too.
I knew better, but yeah.
Yeah. So right now we're down to about 70 cats, but that's still a lot of litter, a lot of canned food, a lot of dry food. We don't care what's flavor, we don't care what scented litter, we use it all.
Right,
We are very grateful for everything that we get in. And at this point, we're actually just now at round 2. And round 2, what that means is cats go into heat, and then they go out of heat and stop for a while in the fall.
Right.
So they go back into what's called estrus
Right.
based on the weather.
Okay.
And so if it's a really mild winter, which we had,
Right.
they went into estrus early. And when they do that, there's enough time in the summer months for them to go back into heat one and then two more times, so they
Right.
can actually have 3 litters in a summer, one cat. And then by the time their kittens are, the first set of kittens are 6 months old at the end of the summer, they're ready to have kittens as well. And then they have kittens, and
that's,
so on.
And actually, in going back to how you guys kind of got started, a lot of your emphasis, well, you've gone well beyond that, but spaying and neutering of the cats, which
Right.
is a primary purpose, and
Right.
still is, I imagine. How does that? What kinds of things do you do to encourage that spay and neutering throughout the county?
Well, that's a great question. We, of course, don't send anybody home that's not spayed or neutered. And we spay and neuter at 2 pounds. Kittens grow 1 pound a month,
Okay.
typically. So you can figure that an 8-week-old kitten is 2 pounds. So if you have 8-week-old kittens, they're 2 pounds. Rescues can do them at 2 pounds. We ask that the public wait till they're 3 pounds.
Right.
So that's 3 months old. And so they're a little bit, stronger and all, but we never have any problems with the rescues. The rescues, it's hard for us to hang on to those kittens another month.
Right.
So in order to get them home, we do it at 2 pounds, never an issue. They actually come back running and playing from spay neuter. But to get it out into the public, we do, all the rescues come to us that are local, and we do transport. But for the public, you just make an appointment at Quick Fix. We've done 32,600 to date in just 5 years.
Right.
And that's cats and dogs.
And again, you can't emphasize enough, you were talking about the number of litters that cats can have. If you've got a cat at home, it needs to be spayed and neutered, whether it goes out or not, because oftentimes they're going to get out. I know my
Right.
parents have a house cat who gets out occasionally, so so if you've got a cat at home, it needs to be spayed and neutered. And what are the charges for spaying and neutering?
For cats, it's $60 for a female and $40 for a male.
Okay.
And so we try to make that affordable.
Right.
Sometimes we get subsidy money in, so when you call in, just ask, is there any subsidy money available? And if there is, we can pass it on to you. What I'd like to see in Medina County right now, and what I'd like to start to do, is go to the big corporations and see if they will give us a fund of money, in 1,000 even. And that way we can subsidize the surgeries just $20 per person. And that would go an awful long way. That would help. So $20 males and $40 females.
Yes.
That
makes
would
it much easier
so
to
help.
do. So if
That
there's
would so
companies
help.
out there or foundations and such looking for a great place to donate,
Right.
Kitten Krazy. Let's take a look at another cat out
Yeah.
there who may be available for adoption.
Right. Well, this is Gracie, and this is her kitten, Kavina. And they were at the women's prison, and they came. These were not at the women's prison. These came in, we raised them, and they were brought in the day of LeBron James's parade.
Yes.
So, hi, baby. She is young. Like I said, they can be 6 months old and get pregnant. 2 months later, they're born. And then 2 months later, the kittens are ready to go home. So she is under a year old and has already raised a full litter. And that's why she's so playful. She's just having a ball with those kittens. Okay, and this is Taffy over here. Taffy is a sweetie pie, and she was pregnant. We sent her pregnant to the women's facility, the women's prison. Obviously, the prisons are raising an awful lot of our kitties, and without them, we couldn't do near the number that we are able to do. This is Cadbury. Obviously, this is a little Easter kitten. Hi, Cadbury, born right around Easter. Love these little feeties here. Brown tabby with tuxedo because he's got little paws and a little shirt underneath here, and so they will call that a tuxedo. This is a very well-raised kitten as well, and they're ready for adoption. Our adoption prices are $120 for kittens under 4 months old. He is still under 4 months old, so they've been tested, vaccinated, worm, flea treated, spayed and neutered. We keep current on all their flea treatments. Nobody goes home that isn't fully covered for flea treatment, just in case you have some fleas in the home or we bring in another cat, as we always are with flea treatment, and they're just constantly being looked at and checked for any issues.
They get the best care here.
I hope so.
Yeah, you got a fleet of volunteers out there looking after them.
They
too,
do.
so.
Hello, everybody out there.
Who do we have anybody else available for adoption in here? That we
No,
haven't
I
looked
think
at
we
yet?
covered everybody in here. I do want to go back to your comment about volunteering.
Yes.
This is one of the only organizations that I know of that allows children. And I grew up on a farm. And I had cats, dogs, horses, pigs, you name it, we had it. Chickens, geese, just everything. Of course, the cat was my ultimate favorite.
Clearly, yes.
Clearly. And one of the things that I learned growing up was how to take care of things, that it was my responsibility for their care. So I offer 8 years old and up that they can come and volunteer. Of course, mom and or dad has to be here. At least one parent or guardian. They do sign a waiver. All people sign a waiver. But 8 years to 80 plus years can come and volunteer here at your leisure. There's no designated, you have to be here at thus and such time.
Okay, terrific. Yeah.
No, once a week, once a month. It's up to the person and your own time. A lot of times people just come in because they have a few hours today and they just thought, I think I'll go in.
And it's it's a great environment in here. I think I said we'll have Miles wander around a little bit, but it is just like home for the cats.
Thank you.
It's,
That was the goal.
And
That
you
was the goal.
succeeded wonderfully.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I tell you what, Wendy, we'll probably take a walk around here, take a little bit, but I certainly appreciate you allowing us to come out. And of course, if you haven't seen what you like here, Wendy's on with Cat Chat across all the channels and such. So,
Armstrong, Channel 4.
That's right. Yeah, do a wonderful job.
Thank you.
But again, we appreciate you tuning in. Kitten Krazy in Medina. So. Cats to adopt, place to volunteer, make that happen if cats are in your life. So we appreciate you tuning in. This has been Take Me Home. I'm Mike Kovack, your Medina County Auditor. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Mike.